And I think we are recording.
Hello, Sheridan residents. I am Marissa Nash, and I am one of the Residence Life Coordinators here at the residence. With me, as always, is my trusty sidekick, James Harkness, who is
Hello.
also a Residence Life Coordinator here at Sheridan Residence. So, normally we would be having these meetings in person, but COVID, am I right? Um, so we've decided to make this a little more tech savvy, a little more friendly to the folks who like to social distance, which is hopefully all of you. And you can easily watch this, go back and watch it again, because we know you're going to be huge fans of ours and want to watch it more than once. But yeah, it's all the information that you're going to need to live here in residence with us. Yeah, so we'll take it away. The people. So this is a photo of this year's resident advisor team. As you can see, they are wearing masks, keeping it, you know, COVID friendly, and we are at the Big S. I wholeheartedly recommend at some point before the weather gets too cold that you go and take a picture. It is particularly pretty at night when it changes colors. So that's something that I would recommend. All right, so this is our residence operations staff team. So we have Mario. You may have received an email from him, or you may have met him while you were moving in. He is our residence operations manager. So he's kind of like our big boss that takes care of all the behind the scenes stuff. We have Jess, and you have definitely received an email from her. She is our resident services supervisor. She's super friendly, super full of knowledge. So definitely reach out to her if you have any questions about payment, about payment plans, or anything related to your residence account. We have Markel. You probably will have met her when you were moving in, as she was the one spearheading our move-in campaign. She is our resident services lead. We have three fine gentlemen who make up our maintenance team, Andrew and Taylor and Ken. So they'll be the ones that will be coming into your suite if you have any issues, whether that's a light bulb, whether that's a clogged sink or a clogged toilet. They will usually, of course, knock before they come in, but they will let you know that they're coming to fix any problems that you may have reported. And then we have Miriam. Miriam is our housekeeper. She's super sweet and friendly. She's the one that's going around and sanitizing all of the common spaces, the lobbies, the front desk, your kitchen, your laundry room, etc. Our front desk staff. Our front desk is staffed 24 hours a day. These are our full-time and one part-time staff members, Lauren, Sarah, Salwa, Layla, and Emma. Feel free to come down and chat with them. They're full of knowledge. They're super friendly. Get to know them, as they will be great assistance when you lock yourself out of your room, or if you need to know where something is, or if you are having an issue with your maintenance. They are definitely your go-to for that. And like I said down there, they can help with lockout keys, 24/7 assistance, and they will be where you go if you have received a package. Just make sure you bring your one card, of course. We'll talk about that more later. Yes, Residence Life staff. So James and I have already introduced ourselves. We are Marissa and James, Residence Life coordinators. Think of us as programmers slash support slash vice principals slash all-around cool people. We have a team of 9 exceptional resident advisors who are living here in Trafalgar too with all of you, to plan programs, provide support, as well as advice and wisdom for your time here at Sheridan. On the second floor, we have Caitlin Beimers and Robin Skanes. On the third floor, we have Cole Beatty and Laura Morton. On the fourth floor, we have Adam Ashley and Zach Henderson. On the fifth floor, we have Taylor Gatto and Georgia Radulovich. And then on the sixth floor, we have Nathan Mackey. He happens to live with Emma, who I mentioned on the previous slide is one of our front desk staff. I am going to pass it over to James.
Sweet. So obviously, hopefully all of you have already met your RAs. The reason we have RAs, our resident advisors, is to help you guys with your transition. A lot of you, this is your first time, living away from home. It's a big switch from high school to college to post-secondary. So the RA is your go-to for pretty much anything from homesickness, roommate issues, mental health concerns, academic, social questions about Sheridan. They are your support. They're your go-to. And the reason we have them there is to help guide you guys along through this awesome journey that you're going to be taking through Sheridan. So if you have any questions, make sure you're reaching out to your RA. If any of these things are of a concern, or impacting you in any way, make sure that you're reaching out to your RA and letting them know. Obviously, we're here as well for support, so please don't be a stranger. Come stop by if you need anything. Let us know. Shoot us an email, whatever it is. Switch the slides.
Next slide. Residence Council.
Yes. So at Sheridan, we do have a Residence Council. Residence Council members are the people that are going to be acting as positive role models in residence. They work alongside our residence staff, but they are separate. Obviously, in working together, you guys the goal is to make Sheridan an even better place to live, programming, events for your peers, and you guys, the main thing is to be that voice for students. We need a residence council so that you guys have that opportunity as students to have your voice heard, separate from resident staff and through us. So if you're interested in a role, make sure to send us an email, let us know. There's a couple reasons to join. One, it's just an awesome community to be a part of. If you are interested in becoming an RA at some point in your life, Residence Council is a great way to take that first step into residence. It looks great on a resume and especially good on your Sheridan co-curricular record. We have a bunch of different positions. Depending on this year, obviously we have a lot smaller of a student body. We're going to be doing a little bit of tweaks to what would considered usually be a residence council, which may consist of 6, 8, 10 members. This year might be a lot smaller. So look out for that. If you're interested, for sure send us an email and we'll get you on the right path.
Awesome. Ah, yes, the place. Hopefully by now you have moved in and you have seen what the place looks like. What's great about residence is it's all encompassing. So we take care of maintenance issues. We've got laundry on site. We provide the internet, any kind of mail. We do offer a grocery bus, which we will be talking about. There is housekeeping. There's the parking pass system, which is available through the college for parking in 1A, as well as safety and security. Yes, maintenance requests. So admittedly, something may go wrong in your suite. If it is something that is of the emergency nature, i.e. you're having a flood or something is on fire, please do not fill out a maintenance request. Please contact the front desk ASAP so that we can get that rectified right away. But if you have something like a burnt out light bulb, or maybe one of the cabinets in your kitchen has come off the hinge, the maintenance request is really great for that. So you would just log into your student housing portal. So the same portal that you would use when you are applying, when you are filling in your roommate profiles. You would just use your username, your password, log in, and select maintenance request. Please bear in mind that maintenance does not include internet. Internet problems with the jacks or any sort of connectivity issues have to be dealt with by the college themselves, as they provide the internet to us. IT desk is in the Learning Commons, but I'm certain that you are able to chat with them online or send them an email or give them a quick call if your internet is not working, of course. So this is what it looks like. You can fill in your description. You can put your request, what the item is for. Again, whether it's like a clogged sink, whether it's something like a burnt out light bulb, whether it's the fan in your bathroom's making too much noise, whatever that is. And then again, as we said, if it's an urgent concern, please contact the front desk directly. So if you are having a flood or a fire, or there's something, that smells not quite right, just let us know. Our staff is here to help you. And so you can call the front desk at any time with any kind of concerns like that. The front desk is available at extension 72000. Again, just some closer looks. This bottom part is once it's been completed, they fill it in to make sure that we know that your requests have been taken care of. Laundry. Laundry is on, we have 2 in this building, so they're on the 2nd and 5th floors. They are one card operated. You can add money to your one card online using your debit, Visa, credit card. When the one card office does open, you can also do it there, but just to be safe in terms of social distancing, it's always great to do it online. It's something that your parents or guardians back home can do for you as well. This is the cost. So $2.25 to wash and $2 to dry. So once you've loaded your money up on the card, you go upstairs, you tap it on the machine, and you choose the machine that you're using. If you have any problems with any of the washers or dryers, definitely contact the front desk. Please note that only some of the washers and dryers are available for use. You'll see them marked off just because of social distancing. So please, please, please either download the app that lets you know when your laundry is ready, or set a timer on your phone, because there are a good number of people who will be using the machines, and we just want to make sure that everybody has the same access and doesn't have to do their laundry at 4 o'clock in the morning, although some of you may like to do that. So yeah, just being mindful and being courteous that once your wash is done, pop it in the dryer, and once your dryer is done, pop it out and get it into your basket and back to your suite, so that everyone can have equal opportunity. And again, they are on the 2nd and 5th floors of this building. You will notice as soon as you get off the elevator, it smells like laundry detergent or fabric softener, so you'll know you're in the right place. James.
Internet. All right. So if you haven't logged onto the internet yet, well, one, I'd hope you had already, but our access.
A lot of data.
We have ResNet 2.4 and ResNet 5 for you guys to use. To access that, you're just going to be using your Sheridan Access username and password. If you're having any issues with the internet, please reach out to IT because, like we said before, they're in control of the internet jacks. We don't have access to make any changes or really support. We do have experience, obviously, with, the classic turn something off and then back on. But other than that, I definitely would recommend, you reach out to IT because they'd be better equipped to help you guys.
All right.
Mail. So if you're going to be mailing anything to residents, make sure that you're including your full name and making sure that residence is on the package. All mail is delivered to the college mail room unless it is coming from FedEx or Purolator. This adds up to 3 business days of time it takes to get to your package. Packages, if that's received by us, you're going to get an email from the front desk. I know some companies will send you an email saying that your package has arrived. Please just wait for the resident's email from us letting you guys know. Otherwise, we'd have you coming down maybe 2-3 times in a day and we don't have your package yet. So just to save you a little bit of the trip, make sure you wait for that email from us. And then that way, when you get down, you can get your package right away. Letters this year going to be a little different. Usually, you'd come down and you'd have a mailbox, but we're having them delivered to you by our resident staff while they're on their rounds. So if you guys are receiving letters, sometime during the evening, our RAs will come around and place them under doors for everyone who has received them. And that's the kind of the gist for mail. Make sure that you're using 1400 Trafalgar Road, because that is the address for Trafalgar 2. That's the building that we're in. That way, your package or whatever you're ordering doesn't get mixed up or sent somewhere else.
Yeah, make sure you're putting your room number on there. So that's you could be in 2205, 2407, 2525, because it'll make it that much easier for the staff who are sorting the mail. Amazon does come directly to the residents, but again, it can take them a little bit of time to process and send out those emails. So just be patient, as we do at certain times of the year receive a great deal of mail, usually at this point at the beginning of the school year, and then again towards Thanksgiving and Black Friday when the big deals are online. So yeah, just be patient. Our staff will get the emails to you as soon as they possibly can, and you'll get your packages as soon as is humanly possible. Groceries. All right, so something really, really cool that we offer here at Sheridan Residence is our Real Canadian Superstore grocery bus. So every Tuesday between the hours of 5 and 9, there's a big yellow school bus that comes into the turnaround that picks up you guys and takes you up to the Superstore to do your groceries. What's really cool about that is on the Tuesdays, the Superstore offers an extra 10% in their opt-in points, so you can get more free groceries. The bus typically runs about once every 15 minutes, but I would say that there will be a bit more of a delay, probably closer to once every 20 to 25 minutes, just because the buses will not be running at full capacity. They will be half full to maintain social distancing, and it will require more time for sanitizing in between. You will need to show them the little shiny sticker that is on the back of your one card to verify that you do live in residence. While we do understand that there are other stores up there that you could possibly visit. The biggest thing we want to impress upon you is that this bus is sponsored by the Superstore. It's something that they do for the residents community so that you have safe travel to and from the grocery store to get things that you need to eat. So please make sure that you are visiting the Superstore. They do price matching. They have lots of great deals. They also have a really impressive houseware section. It's honestly like going to a Walmart, essentially. So they have lots of appliances, utensils, batteries, toiletries. They even have a toy section. There's a really great card and party section if you happen to be hosting a birthday party, with only 6 people or less, of course. But yeah, that store literally is one-stop shopping. So definitely take advantage of those optimum points and of the price matching and of the really great opportunity that the Superstore is providing for us. They do also offer a nutritionist. They have different kinds of classes that are starting to open up again if you want to learn about cooking on a budget. Also a great place to look for a job if you're looking for a part-time job. The Superstore often hires students as well, so that's something to consider. We do also have the Walmart.ca grocery delivery, usually on Wednesday nights between 5 and 7 p.m. There are a limited amount of time slots, so please bear in mind that if you try and sign up for it and the time slots are all gone, you won't be able to get one. But what it is it's actually referred to as a pickup. So the pickup would be outside of Trafalgar 2. As long as you put $50 or more in your basket, the delivery will be free, and the big Walmart truck arrives outside of the Trafalgar 2 building, the building that we're living in, between the hours of 5 and 7. So again, bear in mind that there are only so many time slots, so you can have Walmart delivery other days of the week, but you may end up paying some kind of shipping or delivery fee. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. And of course, you can get food delivered from DoorDash, Get the Dishes, Uber Eats, wherever you happen to want to order from. Domino's Pizza always gives a really good deal to Sheridan students. The user code is all capital letters Sheridan, if you happen to be craving some pizza. But yeah, just something to keep in mind if you want to get yourself some groceries and maybe learn to make some meals in your sweet kitchen.
Parking pass and bike storage. All right, so if you guys are looking for a parking pass and you have your car here, the parking lot for residents is parking lot 1A. You can get a parking pass by purchasing it online from Parking Services. If you're unsure if you know how to get there, I'd reach out to them. Their email is parking@sheridancollege.ca, I believe. The phone number is also online. You just have to search it up. Once you get that parking pass, you can come to the residence desk. You'll get a sticker, and then you'll have your vehicle. We'll keep a record of it, and so we'll have that all set up for you. Make sure you come between 9 and 5 because that's the time that someone's here to help you with that. Bike storage is in T2. There is a gray door just outside the main entrance, almost just before you walk in. That's where we keep all of our bikes. If you do have a bike and you're interested in keeping it there, come down, register, let us know, and then we can program your card to gain access to that door.
Awesome.
Safety and security. Yeah, so we have a Safe Walk program throughout the entire college. If it's dark, and you just want someone to help you walk from one place to another, by all means, give that extension a call. Security will come and meet you wherever you are. They won't ask questions. They'll come and they'll just take you over to wherever you need to go. The doors into the residence halls are locked. Make sure that you're using your one card to open them. If you lose your room key, please let the desk know and they will cancel it. We don't want anyone else who isn't supposed to be coming into residence or anywhere gaining access when they shouldn't be. The fire alarm meeting area is the conference center parking lot. So if there was a fire, we're going to be having a drill sometime soon. I don't know the exact date, but if you look outside T2, if you were to walk out, we are attached to the conference center, and there is a large parking lot. If you're just coming out of those doors to the left, that's where we'll meet, and you will meet up with your RA or whoever's there, just so we can make sure everyone's accounted for. Always evacuate fire alarms, even drills, unless otherwise posted. Please, even when we're doing some tests, we'll let you know if you don't need to leave your room, but otherwise you guys should be exiting at all times. There's been a couple cases in the past where we've had multiple fire alarms during a night, and unfortunately, yes, you do have to leave for every single one, and it's just for everyone's safety. Last thing we would want is anything to happen to anyone, so first and foremost.
And please note that you can receive a fine from the fire department if you are found to be not evacuating when you need to evacuate. Also, please let us know if there is any sort of accessibility concern that we need to know about in terms of you being able to evacuate the building. Please contact myself or James, and we can put that into our fire plan. We understand that not everyone is going to be able to go down 6 flights of stairs or 5 flights of stairs or whatever that looks like. But if you can let us know exactly what that entails, we can add you to the fire plan so that we know that there will be students who require assistance in order to be able to evacuate the building. All right. Heating and cooling. Fun. Now these are what the units look like in T1. I know the ones in T2 are a little bit actually more updated and they look a little bit newer, but for all intents and purposes, heating and cooling is the same. So when you have it set to auto, it basically will shut off until your room is away from the temperature for which you set it. So if your room is always supposed to be at 22, your air conditioning will not turn on unless, of course, it gets warmer in there and it hits 23 or 24 or 25. Then it will automatically turn on and it will regulate your room back to that temperature. If you have it set to on, it will be on all the time until you shut it off. And it will always be circulating air once you've reached the desired temperature. Typically, when we hit mid-September to October, it switches over from cooling to heating. You can still turn the unit off. So if you find that it's too warm, you can shut it off and the heat will not come out. But bear in mind that that's something that the college controls. So we don't always have the ability to change that. Hopefully we won't have too many really warm days after they make the switch. But if that's the case, you can always open your windows. If you turn the light on in your bathroom, it automatically puts on the fan, and you of course can purchase a fan to have in your suite if you find that you need that to help you sleep at night. It does take a couple of days for that process to switch over, but once it's switched over, it won't be until the spring that the heat turns off. Oof, winter break closure reminder. Take her away, James.
All right. Well, usually winter break closure, obviously it depends on exams for the first semester, but it'll sometime be around that December 19th this year for 2020, and then usually residents would reopen around January 3rd, and that's the length of the winter break. However, these dates are subject to change. Obviously, with everything that's happening in COVID, we can't necessarily guarantee that these dates are going to be the dates, because maybe by the time November hits, things need to be changed for the semester or winter semester. So just make sure that you're keeping track of your emails. The college will probably reach out to you with more information on that. For the winter break, though, you do not have to move out all of your belongings. However, you won't have access to re-enter the residence during this time, which means, if you live close to residence and you're going home for winter break, you don't have to take all of your stuff with you. You can take a couple of things with you, and all that can just stay in your room until it's time for you to come back. If you require to stay in residence past December 19th, you need to stay for winter break. Maybe home is just too far. You're going to need to fill out a winter break extension form. You'll have to send that to us, ideally no later than December 1st. We'll send out some more information when it gets closer to that date, but make sure that you're on top of that just so we know who's going to be staying and who needs to have access on their keys. Last thing we want is someone locked out of the building in the middle of a cold night. So make sure that you're communicating with us, and we'll make sure that you are all set.
Please bear in mind that those dates over winter break are not included in the amount that you paid for the school year. So how it works is there's a daily rate for the school year, and you pay a certain amount per day for the amount of days in residence, but that does not include the time spent over winter break. So there usually is a cost associated with that. There is a cost per day or a flat rate for the entire break. Again, as James said, typically by the middle of October, beginning of November at the latest, we will have that information sent out to you so that you have it as soon as you possibly can to make arrangements. We understand that not everyone can get a flight on that exact day of the 19th, so some of you may get a flight on the 20th or the 21st. As we do know, international travel right now is a little bit confusing, but do please bear in mind that if you do fly home internationally, that when you come back, you will need to quarantine for 2 weeks. And chances are when you go home, you will need to quarantine for 2 weeks. So that's something you will need to factor in when you're making your decision as to whether going home for the holidays is going to be right for you. Obviously, we're not in a position to make that decision for you, but we do have to follow the Quarantine Act and the quarantine laws that are set out by the Government of Canada, as you will have to do the same in your home country, wherever that happens to be. So just keep that in mind when you are making your decisions about winter break. The rules. RCLS. So this is our Residence Community Living Standards. You've probably seen this document a number of times, as it would have been attached to almost all correspondence sent out to you for the summer. We attach it to your offer. It's something you have to sign off on. It's usually in your room when you get here, the acknowledgement of rules. So this is the guidelines which all community members are expected to follow while living on campus and in residence. And these are aligned with the Student Code of Conduct that has been released by Sheridan College. Why do we have it? You're like, man, I moved to residence. Why are there rules? Because rules are important. They promote safe and peaceful environment that promotes academic success as well as the social and personal development. So bear in mind, we know that you're here to have fun. We know that college is an exciting time. It's a great time to meet new people, try new experiences, experience life on your own for the first time. But at the same time, your goal is to persist to graduation. You're here to get a degree or a diploma, or just any kind of post-secondary education in general. So that's why we have rules in place to keep you on track to graduating. We ensure that our roommates, neighbors, and community feel safe and respected. We support the learning environment, personal growth and discovery, and everyone deserves to enjoy their residence and college experience. So, some people like to stay up late, some people like to go to bed early, some people like it to be really noisy, and some people like it to be really quiet. We want to ensure that everyone feels safe and welcome here in residence, and so we have these rules in place for that reason. The RCLS is available at sheridanresidence.ca, and it is your responsibility to know the rules of residence. If you receive an email from us stating that you had broken a rule of residence, please bear in mind that you stating, oh, I didn't know or I didn't read it, will not be an acceptable excuse. It is something that you have signed off on in order to live here, so it is extremely important that you take some time to really look over it, especially given that we have such an unprecedented time here with COVID.
Speaking of COVID, I think this would be a good time just to jump into that conversation. With obviously everything that's happening right now, we're all in one building together. Obviously, things are very different than what people are used to. So with that in mind, we need to make sure that we're being as safe as possible. That's our biggest thing that we consider, that we strive for, is that making sure everyone in residence is safe. And with COVID, it's a very difficult situation, but we're going to do our best, and hopefully you are all going to be with us doing our best and doing your part to make sure everyone is safe. That said, there are a couple guidelines that you guys need to know about for COVID and just how to navigate that. First one, as Marissa is demonstrating right now, is that whenever you are in a shared space, that is the lobby, that is the hallway, you need to be wearing your mask. Please, this is something that will keep a lot of people safe right now, so please just, take it with you when you are heading out. Have it on you at all times. Please don't leave the house without it. The next thing is, having guests or friends in your room. Obviously, we have a zero tolerance guest policy right now. As things, get better, if they do, we will look at changing that. But as for right now, we have a zero tolerance guest policy. And I get that it's not ideal. Trust us, we hate the idea of telling you guys that you can't have guests over, because part of this experience is sharing it with your friends. But again, it's part of that safety, and your safety, your well-being, your health, and not just you, your families, your friends, is more important right now. So we need to make sure that we're doing our part in that regard. we're sticking with the guidelines for every person that owns a suite. So if you own a suite, you could have an extra 2 other people in your suite. So if you are living by yourself right now, you can have 2 friends come over if they are still in the building with you, right? Just make sure you guys are social distancing. If you have a roommate and you have 2 people, that means you can have 6 people in your suite. For no reason should you have more at this time. If you're looking to interact with friends, I recommend to have a larger group than Zoom, FaceTime. We have the residence Discord you guys can join. There are a lot of options. We're going to be running a lot of virtual events. Meeting outside would be a great thing to do right now because the weather is still nice. Please, this is part of everyone doing their part. And, I hope that everyone coming in here to residence knows the risks that are being taken right now, and by just doing these little things, we'll keep everyone safe. Along with that, we have obviously usually access to our lounge spaces, our movie room, games room. We have a workout room on the 6th floor. All of that is closed for the time being. Again, we're going to look at opening that up as soon as we possibly can and as safe as we can. But for now, all of that is closed. And any of these things, any of these rules, all the changes, if anything happens, we're going to let you know. Email, on the Discord, social media. We will reach out to you guys and you'll be the first to know. But for now, read over that RCLS, understand that everyone needs to do their part to keep everyone safe. And I'm sure that we'll have a good year.
And bear in mind that should you break those social distancing rules, should you be found to break those rules again and again and again, that is grounds for your residence contract to be terminated. I don't want to, bring up the big serious rules or sound like the party pooper or the party police, but those rules are serious. They're in place at the college, they're in place in residence, they're in place out in the community, and they are also determined by the government of the country and of the province as well. And so if we find that you are consistently breaking the rules, having more than is allowed in your suite, not wearing masks, not social distancing, and just not trying to keep the residents safe on the whole, it is a conversation that we will have, and it will be up to the management to decide whether residence is the place for you or not. And again, it's not something that I want to bring up. We're all adults and we're all able to look out for one another. This is a community, this is a family, and the same way that you would look out for your family at home, you need to look out for us and the rest of your residents' family. For the people that live and work here, that's almost 300 people. And so you have to imagine that that's 300 people that are affected by your choices. But then on top of that, they have their own people, their own family, their own children, their own, spouses and roommates and things like that that we have to think about as well. So that's why these rules are in place.
Mm-hmm.
Questions? So you might have questions.
Yeah. As of right now, on the residence Discord, I have opened up a new channel titled RLC Questions and Answers. After watching this presentation, feel free to kind of jump in there, throw any questions you have into that channel. I'm going to keep it open for the next couple days, and then that way, you can get your answer, and then we can reach back out to you as soon as possible. If you feel like it's something that should be kept in a private matter, feel free to message us privately or send us an email. Marissa's email is right there, and mine's just underneath it. Afterwards, if you do have any questions, maybe you don't have one right now, your RAs, front desk staff, they are, your frontline support. Feel free to reach out to them, and they can probably answer some of the questions just as good as we could.
And now here is a fun little tidbit. While he was cleaning his desk the other day, James found 2 gift cards that are unclaimed. So for the first 2 people that come down in their masks to the front desk and can tell us what our favorite colors are, you will receive a gift card. So my favorite color is purple. James, what is your favorite color?
Burgundy.
Burgundy. Okay. So for the first 2 people who successfully watch this video all the way to the end, and I know it's about 45 minutes of joy, we have a couple of gift cards. So again, my favorite color is purple and James's favorite color is burgundy. And so we look forward to whomever gets to crack those codes and come down to the front desk.
All right. That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. you'll see us soon. Just, drop by, say hi.
Yeah, can't wait to meet all of you.
Yeah, and have a good rest of your first day of classes.
And there are still fun lunch bags, so come down and grab some snack bags from the lobby as well and get your picture taken. They'll be up all week. They'll be here all week until supplies last. And who doesn't want a first day of college photo in their mask? So come on down.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.